Listeners all around the world, welcome back to a brand new episode of Musical Peoples and Journey to same show, different format, same people. Welcome to my wonderful panel. My name's Nigel Matthews. I'm your host. Welcome to Trish White. Welcome to William Hall, to Ian Miller, to Chris Cully, and to Dom Clark.
Hello.
So, slightly different format. Normally we put two bands together and we see how it goes, but this time we're just going to be running six shows, and then we're going to plug in the seventh show where we're going to reveal our results and our countdown as to our album of the month. In fact, we've got two panels, so it will be two albums of the month, but this month is going to be with just my wonderful crew here. I'll give you the rundown. So the first show will be Infected Rain and their album Time, which we're going to review today. And then tune in, because we've also, for other shows, if you're interested, we're going to be reviewing Amaranth and their album The Catalyst, Illumishade and their album Another Side of You, Throne of Thorns, Converging Parallel Worlds, Brucknagar even, Fall, and Atreyu with their beautiful Dark of Life. But today it's all about Infected Rain and their album Time. Who are Infected Rain? Infected Rain, they're a Moldovan heavy metal band formed in 2008 in Chisinau. They're signed to Napalm Records, and we all know if they're signed to Napalm Records, they've got to be half decent. Members are Elena. Well, I've got to read this because her name is Elena Cartaraga, but she goes by the name of Lena Scissorshands. Vadim on guitars, Eugene Voltar on drums, and Alice Lane on bass. The group was formed in 2008 by guitarist Vadim, lead vocalist Elena, aka Lena Scissorshands, because we love a bit of Scissorshands, and DJ Ivan, aka DJ Kappa. They debuted in August 2008 at a concert dedicated to Slayer. So, who shall we start? Infected Rain. Who is the most infected of us all here? Well, it's got to be Dom, hasn't it? Let's be honest about it. And he's in the top left-hand corner, so there we go. So, Dom, talk to me. Infected Rain, your cup of tea?
Yeah, I mean, great band, terrible name. I mean, where'd you come up with the name Infected Rain? That's awful. Must be something lost in Moldovan translation, I reckon.
I don't know, maybe it's to do with the environment, maybe it's to do with things like acid rain, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is like in my bag, as you know. We've got metalcore. It's got a bit of a new metal edge to it, which I'm not so sure about. And there's definitely EDM, electronic dance music influence on this really strong. And yeah, Lena Scissorhands, what's not to love? In fact, her vocals are amazing, if you ask me. She's got incredible range. She's just got that horrible snarling crack to her voice, exactly what you want to hear. But to be honest, the music, the instruments are definitely like a secondary, lesser role in this album anyway. They're kind of low in the mix. It really is, we're working on emphasizing her lyrics, and it's almost for me as if like the band are trying to keep up with something that's impressive, or they're trying to push her vocals to the front. For me, there's a lot of reliance in the album overall on lots of like extended ambient electronic pieces, electronica shoved in there. But I kind of liked it for that. I mean, I think it was great. It was, music at service to her venomous vocals. And my only criticism, would maybe be that the instrumentation is a bit weak, a bit unfocused. It's definitely dialed down in the mix. There's not a lot of choruses. There's not a lot of kind of catchy stuff in there. But overall, for me, it was a very satisfying album. Real balls to it.
Well, talking about balls and satisfying, Chris, what did you think of? What do you think of this Infected Rain? Did it affect you with their time?
I'm afraid not. So I think all the stuff that Dom said around the singing, the vocalist, and all that. Yeah, that's what turned me off this album entirely. I'm afraid. I like a certain amount of that type of singing, but when it's almost all there is, it's not for me. And then, as you said, as Dom was saying, the music is kind of playing a backup role in this one. I think that's partly because I was reading that I think they replaced the guitarist and a bassist last year. And yeah, I think that's definitely had an impact. But even the music wasn't enough to keep me in on this one. I think that there's a couple of light songs like Lighthouse, and at that point where Luna is actually singing, she sings great. But when she goes down into the sort of the growl, it's not for me. That said, though, A Second or 1,000 Years was a brilliant song at the end because there was no singing. So that worked for me, but the rest of it, not really, I'm afraid.
Right, Ian, what did you think? Welcome back, Ian. It's been a couple of months. We've had your votes, but we've not actually seen your lovely face, and I was quite tempted to maintain that then for the rest of the year. But unfortunately, you've returned to us. So no. Unfortunately, fortunately, of course. Welcome back to your. To the show.
Thank you.
Hopefully you've got your cruises out of your blood now for the rest of the year.
No.
Anyway, what do you think of Infected Rain, my friend?
What did I think of? See you later. What did I think of Infected Rain? Well, for me, Screamo, I'm wearing this T-shirt for a reason. Right? When people go in Screamo, it sounds like they're losing their head. So I'm wearing this T-shirt to say, don't lose your head. Music shouldn't have lose your head moments in it. I just don't get it. It ruins the song for me. There have been some albums we listened to, and there's a little bit of Screamo, and it's actually worked. It's benefited. There have been. Yeah, it's small, but there have been some. I can see a benefit in it when it's like that, but when I can't understand the lyrics through the style of singing, which is vocalizing, which is saying the message. I mean, I think that was the message of the album that I gave it. So, having said that, so that's just my general views of Screamo. Obviously, Infected Rain is full of Screamo. So, not really growl. I don't know if Screamo is the right word, but growl. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think the terminology, isn't it, William, is metalcore. That is the terminology for it, isn't it?
Metalcore is the genre name, but the type of singing is growling. That's
growling, okay.
Just the more death metal kind of vocals as opposed to screamo, which is the high-pitched.
Like, I mean, that's one good thing. It's every day's a school day, so I've learned something. Thank you. Appreciate it, Bill. I put the Screamo aside, which is 80% of the record, much like Chris. It's not a bad album. There's great energy in it. There's some beautiful melodies on there, some awesome riffs. Absolutely, there's some just some really good moments. But for me, they're just way too few and far between in amongst the Screamo. So if you like that sort of thing, I'm pretty sure you'll like this album. I didn't.
So, William.
Hello.
So what? Is death metal death metal is growlo, is that right?
Growling.
Growling. And
that's the type of the very guttural, like deep from your core, like the
so that's
thing,
death metal.
Screamo, which is like the high pitched more.
And what's Screamo? That's just called Screamo.
Yeah.
Is that
Screamo. More like a lot of the Electric Callboy stuff like that. That's more Screamo.
Yeah, no, but I wonder if there's a technical name like death metal for the growlo, and is there like angel metal or something for?
No, they're just death metal's just the old genre. I don't think there's a genre called angel metal, but there probably is. Knowing how weird the metal genres are, they're silly little subgenres.
Okay. Subgenres within subgenres, isn't it? What did you think? This must have been your cup of tea, surely.
Obviously, I hated this album so much. And no, this was absolutely phenomenal. This was a true treat to my ears. Not to completely steal everything that Dom has said. Basically, everything that he said is how I felt. It walked me into like another world. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know what it felt like. Again, I do my normal get fully immersed into the music as best I can. I was sort of just sat there, and it has those more, like ambient sort of sound to the music and instrumentals a lot of the time, and it's almost like it warps you into this world, and it just pulls you into it. That's fantastic. My one criticism, which is a very minor thing, I don't like when people have their track names in full caps the whole time. Something that's really annoys. It's really obnoxious. The track Lighthouse and Dying Light were fantastic tracks, but I mean, obviously, it's very angry music, so you have to shout their songs out to express your emotion into how into it you get. They express it through the vocals, and they express it through the titles of their songs. Surely. Yeah, because you're meant to read the track titles out as they sing it, clearly. And this was a true treat to my ears, and this was one of the best albums I've listened to so far, I think, from my listening. Why? Well, last but not least, Trish White, rock chick to the stars, friend to the stars. What did you think?
Okay. As soon as I heard the first track, I felt that this album's going to be akin to Phantomly and Elysion, who are of high caliber in this genre of music. So would this album live up to my expectation along these lines? The album is quite heavy rock with some synths, new metal, and a scream queen all mixed in together with a bit of computer voice narration on certain songs telling stories of galaxies, space, and future reality. The standout track for me was Game of Blame, which showcased the lead's vocals without too much harshness of screamo. The amount of screamo on the album is palatable for me and not off-putting. A little gem of an album in this genre of rock music. Nice job.
Okay, let's concentrate on the positives. Let's concentrate on the narration. Let's come positive on the theme of the album and the concept of the album, which was really cool. Let's talk about some of the riffs and the music. It was good, not enough of it. Let's talk about when Scissorhands is not screaming. Lovely voice. And then it all goes to pieces, doesn't it? It all just goes to fecking pieces and frustrates the goddamn hell out of me because it's way too much screamo, way too much screamo for me. And it frustrates the hell out of me because, like, the rest of the album, I'm with it. What's the point? I get it. I've come to understand the energy behind this sort of music and seen it live and stuff. I get it. I see the energy, but for me, and look, when we get to the result show, it's all about rating of our listening pleasure. It just doesn't. It just lost me. I mean, way above my palate, which is unusual because me and Trish tend to swap. I go sometimes like, well, there's not a lot of screamo in that. And she goes, I'll have to listen to that again. And then she comes along and goes, the screamo was palatable. And I'm going like, really? Crikey! I can't. Yeah, just like we all hear different things and depends on the mood that we're in, etc., etc. But I mean, brilliantly produced, brilliant, lots of really good positive stuff in there, but way too much screamo for me to really, I can't, I know when there's too much screamo and I really don't want to go and listen to that album for the second time, or third time, etc., etc. So, yeah, solid, but not quite my really cup of tea from that perspective as well. Ooh, so there we go. How will they fare at the end of the year, at the end of the month? How will they rate up against our other albums? Well, if you want to know, tune and find out. I hope you found this podcast very good. Tune in for the next episode where we'll be reviewing Amaranth. And thank you very much to my panel, to Dom, to Chris, to Ian, to Will, to Trish. Goodbye for now, and we hope to see you for the next episode. Bye!
Bye!
Bye. I'll see you soon.